led by What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of College Basketball Hangout. I'm Parlay Teece, and we are about to get started making some money on this NIT games tonight. Got a couple plays on the play-ins for the 64, and I'll give you my picks that I've already played for the tournament starting on Thursday. I appreciate everybody here. If you got a game you want to talk about, step on in. What's cracking, Jimmy Gomez? Definitely tonight, y'all. I think we got a start time of 7 p.m. Eastern. The live sweat with my brother Jimmy Gomez and Ixnizzle making money on the live betting NBA. These cats know how to do it. So, take some winnings on the first halves and the games that I give you, pass them on to the NBA, and make it a night, man. Build that bankroll up. Have a nice Wednesday when you wake up in the morning and get moving for the rest of the week. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man, I'm doing well, doing well. How you making up, brother? All right, so I got picks from Dave coming in to join me. Let me see if I can wake his ass up and get him in here. What's up, Brian Stevens? What's good, bro? Tech and EV1 over. I don't understand what that means. I'm slow today, bro. Running on empty, man. I was up late looking at these games, then going over them again. That's why I haven't posted them, because I don't post my plays until I actually play them. So I'm not one of them posers, man. What you see is what you get, and I play what I post. My guy B Dub in the house. What up, B? What you playing, man? What you playing? I'm going up the street from you, brother. I'm going up the street from you today with the Blazers. Taking the Blazers. You can go to that game and hit me on the phone and let me know what's going on so I can hit that shit live. Up there at University of Alabama, Birmingham. JPZ, what's good, baby? What's good, man? Yo, it's probably Boss and I are gonna do a show tomorrow night. Get everybody ready for the tourney. Starting Thursday. I'll probably do a show here and there, maybe in between rounds, but probably only going to see me a couple more times, and then I'm going to take a month and a half, regroup and get ready for this WNBA season. Because come May, we're going to make some bank, and want you all along with the ride, man. Last season, during the regular season, I went. I can't remember the record exactly, but I think it was like 260 something and 119 plus 15K, a little over 15K for the regular season. So we'll make some money this year with the WNBA as well. So make sure you all jump in when we got next starts in May. Now, what we've been waiting for is we got my guy here, picks from Dave. He's on the other side, so I had to bring him in so I could smack him around a little bit. So what's good, Dave? How you making out, bro? Good to see you, man.
What's up, dude? What were we talking about? What game?
I was just talking about the show that Boss and I are doing tomorrow night to get everybody prepped for the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're more than welcome to join us if you want, Dave. We're going to probably kick it off around 7:45 Eastern. Okay. And yeah, haven't really started any games yet. First game up, we're going to talk about those. The one we're opposite on, man. So you know how I roll, man. I'm first half on this shit. I didn't do the full game. I'm still leaning towards the full game, but I got the first half in my pocket at -1.5. Corpus Christi's, at home. Well, they're not at home, but the playing round. I think they get up, man, and they try and flex real quick. It's just a matter of will they be able to cover that spread. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm not sold on the number, maybe money line. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I am on it first half. So I'm trying to figure out a way I want to get on it full game. I do like the full game. I just don't like giving up those points. So tell me about it, man.
I do like Texas A&M, the Islanders of Corpus Christi, of course. I like the three things I really like that college teams do: don't turn the ball over, rebound, and shoot free throws. And these guys are like one of the best in the country at shooting free throws. The issue with this game for me is when you take two teams, really bottom of the barrel conferences, bottom of the barrel. I mean, just they're kind of the one-eyed king of the blind. And you're giving me, so they're basically, to me, they're on an equal playing field. I'm going to take the one that's getting 3 in the hook. I'm going to take more than a basket. And the ingredient to cover spreads for teams that are getting fouled if Corpus Christi's up is to make free throws. So if you're a better team, covering spreads is a favorite, you need to shoot free throws, and they do that. But what happens if SEMO's up? And then they have to do that. I think this is really evenly matched. I think it's going to be a close game. But that hook got me. So that's one of my bets, is I'm on the other side full game, but we can both cash those.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the hook, man. One thing I've been trying to stay off of, as it's been getting me a lot, especially later in the season here, has been the first halves at 3.5. I don't like that number. It's a terrible number. So, I mean, I can see where you're at on that. Anyway, I got a couple losses to shake off of after last weekend, man. And man, I don't even want to think about it. But we'll get back on track here. So yeah, I'm on the Islanders of Corpus Christi first half. I like them the first half. I think they come out quick and give us a little bit of a lead at the half. And I wouldn't be surprised to see SEMO come back and make it a tight game and get their money's worth of playing in this what is it, first four or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that pick that you're liking there. I mean, if we look at both these teams, you have I don't really. We're not looking at really tough, strong conferences. The Southland versus the Ohio Valley.
Ohio Valley, yeah.
Yeah, I would kind of give the strength probably a smidge to Ohio Valley, as far as like the strength of teams and stuff. But at the same time, man, you've got some really good teams in the Southland Conference, and I've really liked Northwestern State this year. I think they've been a good team, and at least they've been good cashers for me. And I mean, New Orleans started off shitty, but they started coming on at the end. And I'm trying to think of the other teams in this.
Lamar's in that in that conference. Who else is in that conference?
Southeastern Louisiana.
Yep. SC Louis.
Nichols and McNeese State.
Yep.
So I
McNeese
mean,
State, yeah.
Yeah, you got some decent, and Texas A&M Commerce. So you have some, which I've had a lot of problems with when I was posting my Corpus Christi plays. People getting them confused with Texas A&M Commerce. So it's like, there's only so much space on Twitter that I can type with. So, yeah, I mean, I'm rolling with them first half. I really like to play first half. I think getting down with 330, -1.5 at -110 at Caesars. I think it's a solid play to get the evening started off right. But I think I'm gonna, as far as the game goes, I think I'm gonna wait a little bit until that half and see where we stand, and then make a move if I decide to play the second half. Give me 1 second, Dave. I don't want my computer to die out. So
it's all good.
Find my,
shout out to the chat. Why don't you tell us what you guys like today? What's your best play? I know you're asking. I'll obviously give mine. Teece will give his if he has one. But put your plays in the chat. I'm interested to see what you guys have.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you all got plays you want to that you're on and you want to share, you know.
Anthony likes Texas A&M and Colorado. Don Playa likes Mississippi State. I don't hate that one.
Man, I'm going to talk about this Colorado game though because
Yeah.
you know, there's some things there that I like and I dislike. But where's Don Play at? What's good, Kylie? Don Play. Where you at? Where you at, Don? What did you say? Mississippi State -2.5, but Guns was on Pitt. Who cares what Guns is on?
Yeah.
I like Mississippi State as well. I took it money line though, man. I didn't want to mess with the, you know, I like them to win the game. I think it's going to be a low scoring battle between these two. I think Mississippi State can squeak out the win. You know, it's a game that was one of the games that you know I'm catching a lot of flack on from people that cap, but I don't care. It's what I like. It's what I see, so I'm taking it. So that's where I'm at. But we can move on to the next game here that I have up, and it is this Mississippi State game. So we could talk about this real quick. Let me pull up my notes and shit, and I'll tell you why I like it. Mississippi State. What do you think about this game, Dave?
I lean Mississippi State. I don't know. Everyone's have been so high on Pitt. I'm not.
No, I'm not either.
I haven't bet a lot of either of these teams. I just basically and briefly looking at it last night. I could pull it up now. I just don't think Penn State's as good of a team. Why don't I pull up their some of their team stats? That would be good to.
I mean, both these teams are working right around the same record. You got a 22-11 Pitt team and a 21-12 Mississippi State team. And in all honesty, man, I think that SEC conference was a tougher conference to play in. You know, not not giving the ACC like saying that they're weak or anything, but I think you had stronger, stiffer competition in the SEC, and you have a Mississippi State team who's you know they end the year getting beat up by Alabama in the tournament. I think that's where a lot of people that's in the back of their heads coming into this game. You know, that's the number one seeded team in the country, and you know you lost in the tournament. Yeah, you got your ass beat by them, but at the same time, you know, you played some good games, man. You beat some good teams. You beat Missouri, and I think Missouri is a damn good team in the SEC, man. And I don't think they got the respect that they deserve. To be honest with you, I mean, they beat Tennessee twice. You know, I mean, I thought that they matched up well against Tennessee, but you know, Mississippi State split with them. But at the same time, you know, just getting that win alone with against Missouri, I think was big. And they also beat TCU out of the Big 12. And, you know, I think this is a good team. I think it's an undervalued, you know, they're undervalued here, man. I think, you know, I think the spread's right. You know, now people are talking and wanting to jump on Pitt, but the spread isn't moving. So that's kind of got me scratching my head, but I'm not coming off Mississippi State here. I like it.
Yeah, I'm looking at I agree with you. I mean, just look at North Carolina. It's the second team in the past 50 years that made it to the national championship and didn't go to the tournament the next year. Right, preseason ranked number 1. Duke's kind of on a down year, although I do have Duke in my Final Four. They're kind of picking it up. But anyway, I think I'm not impressed by either of these teams. I definitely think the wins for Mississippi State are big, and the losses for Penn State for Pitt are kind of stinky. Pitt does shoot free throws and rebound and do other things I like well. What's the line at right now? You got minus 2.5?
It's 2.5, and that's a big discrepancy. You know, bringing up the free throws. You got a 76% free throw shooting team in Pitt, and it's 64 in Mississippi State, and that could be the difference here, man. These free throws.
But I think it matters to me. To me, I like to see the. Actually, that I do like to see the favorite have the better free throw percentage. I'm not betting this, but I would say if I'm choosing a bet, it's Mississippi State. I'm just not impressed with Pitt. I don't know why a lot of cappers that I have a lot of respect for a lot of cappers, and those cappers, a lot of them are on Pitt. I don't understand it, but it's not a game I'm betting, so I guess I should shut up.
Well, Cab and I were talking about this the other day, and he thought I was smoking crack when I said I'm on Mississippi State. He said they're garbage, and they got a good defense, man. And I think Pitt's going to struggle to score against this defense. I definitely think under 133.5 is the play.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. It's dropped a little bit, but I still think you're, probably looking at a 120, at the most like 125, 127 around there.
Yeah, Mississippi State, they don't score a lot of points, but they're 8th in the country at 61 points to their opponent per game, and they played against Alabama and Tennessee and Arkansas and and Texas A&M. So that says something.
Yeah, they played really, really stiff competition, and their defensive ratings 13th in the country compared to a defensive rating of 214th in Pitt. So, but I mean, the offense and defense are probably right around that. The offensive rating of Mississippi State's probably right around there with Pitt's defensive rating, and vice versa with the offense, where Mississippi State's got the better defense compared to the offense of Pitt. So I gotta give, in a game like this, I have to give it to Mississippi State here. But I'm really liking this under the more I look at it, and I think that's something I'm going to jump on it. You can get that at let me take a look so I can give you guys fresh lines here, because I have them all pulled up, but I see 133 at what is that, Barstool, and of course as soon as I click on this stuff, everything wants to refresh and give me different stuff, so I got to go back in. But yeah, if we're getting around 133, I really like that, man. I think the under is a really solid play, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw a unit on that. I'm going to. But let me see if I can find the damn line, because it's all jumping. There's so many damn games popping up.
At BetMGM, it's 132.5 at bet is the best one I see at BetMGM, if you can get that.
FanDuel's 133.5, and I play Caesars in FanDuel.
Caesars is 133, so you're getting in between.
Yeah. So I'll take that. What's up, Sharif? What's good, bro? Luis, what's good, man? Kendall, what's happening? Sab. So, yeah, let me know what you guys like on that. What's your favorite play? Kylie's POD's Pitt over 132. Wow.
He's on the other side.
Wow.
The line is going up. It's gone up 2.5 points. It was open at 131, but I'm with you.
I like the under.
Yeah.
The under's to play. Kylie's also on UAB minus 4.5 first half. All right. Yeah. So I mean, that's where I stand. I've already got Mississippi State minus 2.5 in the pocket, and I'm going to get to the window on 133 at Caesars. Maybe I'll do FanDuel at 135, 133.5, but whatever, doesn't matter. So next up is a game that we're both aligned on here, Dave, and I've actually got it first half and full game. I got Toledo plus 3.5 in the first half, and I think I got them at plus 6.5 for the game. I think I just don't see what Michigan is. I just don't see them showing up. And if you look at this Michigan team, it's all Hunter, or it's nothing, with them lately. So I think you've got an offensive team that I think Michigan's going to struggle to contain here.
I'm with you. So I have differing opinions about like teams that usually are tournament teams in the NIT. Sometimes they have nothing to play for, I kind of see, and sometimes I'm going to talk about the Nova game. I think that I'm on their side. I think Toledo. They lost their conference championship. They were probably the best team in that conference. They can shoot the lights out. It's going to be exciting, and that's why I saw this total, and Michigan and a total up around 160 doesn't make sense to me. But it's because Toledo is there, and that's basically the books thinking the same way. I think if the game is higher scoring, it lends to Toledo. I think the lines are the totals kind of telling you that. I don't have money on this game, but like I said, gun to my head, it's finding a Toledo spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't go any other place but Toledo here. The only thing that scares me is it's in Ann Arbor. You know, that's the only thing that worries me a little bit. But you're catching a lot of points with Toledo in this game, and if Toledo doesn't win, I really think they can keep it within 7. To be honest with you, I'm just trying to look for this first half total now because with the total at 160, I didn't even look at this first half, but I kind of like that, man. I want to see what that first half total is because I kind of think that
see if I can find it.
FanDuel has it at 78.5. That's high. I think that's high, man. I don't think they'll get 80 points in this first half. What do you think?
Yeah, 78 at DraftKings, 77.5 is the best you can get. It's it's tough. Toledo. I mean, this could be a surprising spot, or maybe Toledo's up by 12 double digits in the first half. I mean, it could. Let's just say that happens. Let's just say it happens, right? If that's the case, it can go over.
Yeah.
That this is a tricky game to me. I just think the total is tricky too. I didn't look at the total and talk about the total because I had a plan, and it's interesting to me. But I think, actually, to tell you the truth, I think your Toledo first half is the best look. Not even the full game, because what will happen is if it's close. I mean, Michigan is a Big Ten team. They definitely by virtue of being a Power 5 conference, they've got better talent. They're probably deeper. Kids are looking to go to Michigan more than they're looking to go to Toledo. So they'll probably wear them down. That's usually what happens with these mid-major schools. Usually, even if Toledo would go up, they'll pull it back in. So I like the first half. In fact, I might even look into betting that. I'm going to look at a couple other things, but
what do you think about a first half money line at plus 175?
I'd put a quarter unit on it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. I've got 330. 330. I didn't put an asterisk up there. Actually, I meant to put 2 because I had 550 on Toledo first half, but I think I'm going to throw 55 on that under 78.5, man. I don't know, or maybe I'll just throw the 50 on the money line.
I think the first half money line's 175. I think that's a I'm gonna bet that after the show. That'll be the bet of this game. I'm not gonna put much on it. I'll put a quarter unit, but
it's good. I like it.
I can see it.
It's 160 at FanDuel and then 175 at Caesars. So
okay, I have Caesars.
Yeah,
I rarely use Caesars, but I have it. So
yeah, there you go. That's where you go. I think you're going to get your best number right there. Do you have any thoughts on this Hofstra Rutgers game, man? Because I love the Colonial.
yeah, I know. So for me, and this is again, I think everyone's on Hofstra. I think it's Rutgers. I think it's a Rutgers or nothing spot.
You know what? I kind of do too, man. I mean, as much as I want to take Hofstra, I just don't think that they could. I don't think. I think they're going to get beat the shit down low, man.
That's what I think too. I think Rutgers has shown some bright spots this season, and
they're playing.
I don't know. And there's a reason why that line's is what is it now, 7?
But they're playing at home. You know what I mean? They're playing at the Rack. So,
and that's kind of we've seen that place explode too. I mean, that place is not an easy place to play.
No, and I think they're going to show up in this first round. I think, man, I really think they will there. Against a team that's not far from them in Hofstra, they're probably maybe an hour drive, and that's with traffic, So, yeah, I think you're going to have some Hofstra fans there, but you're also going to have some Rutgers students there, and I think that I think they bring that place alive, man, and I think that gives Rutgers the motivation to. I mean, I'm not going to lay the points with them or anything like that, but if I was going to take it, I would take Rutgers. I mean, I'm even thinking
Yeah, it's just too many points for me to lay, but I think Rutgers can blow them the fuck out.
That's what I think too. But I'm not betting it. But it was an interesting look to me. I let people's opinions sometimes talk me off stuff, and there are some people I respect on Hofstra, but there are better plays to me on the board. But
yeah, absolutely. So, all right. So we're on. So we're aligned here with Toledo first half plus 3.5 and a little sprinkle on the 175 on the money line with Toledo.
Yep.
And then I don't have Hofstra on my ticket, and it's not going to make my ticket. So the next game that I have up is UAB. This is a game where I would like to take the full game, but it's just too many points. I'm not going to lay that many points. I mean, they're playing Southern Miss. They should beat the shit out of Southern Miss, but I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. These are two schools that are familiar with each other. Both out of Conference USA. Now UAB, UAB's moved over. But I think there's still some, you're still going to get some feelings, with, I'm sorry, not UAB moved over. Southern Miss has moved over to the Sun Belt, where, but I still think you're gonna see two teams that two schools that went after each other, and I think they're gonna pick up there. So I think this game's gonna be a little tighter than the 9 or whatever the line's at now. That's why I like the 4.5 with UAB first half. I think they can, get out ahead in their own gym. It's just a matter of will they be able to hold Southern Miss off for 40 minutes. That's the question I have.
Yeah, and I didn't put too much into this game, but this is the thing that kind of turned me off to it. I mean, both schools are covering. UAB 6-3 last 9. Southern Miss is 8-4. And I don't put and Southern Miss is 2-12 their last 14 against UAB. I don't really put too much credence in college stats like this team beats this team historically, because one and done rules and teams change. But for these smaller schools, I kind of do. The only thing that kind of scares me off the UAB side is they're 0-5 their last, what is it? They're 0-5 ATS. Their last 5 when playing at home against Southern Miss. So it's not a play for me. It's a question mark, but I agree. UAB is a better team, without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Dave, give me a sec, man. I've kind of neglected the chat here. I've gotten caught up in my own head. But Kylie says, I'm trying to think what game you're on here. Close game, lots of fouls. Teece. Okay, Pitt. For the Pitt game. Yeah, if we got lots of fouls, then that's definitely going to play in Pitt's favor with the way that Mississippi State's on the line, Kylie Reynolds likes Washington State game under 148. Jay Peasy, maybe recency bias, but once Pitt choked against Notre Dame, I think they're done. I agree with you on that, Jay Peasy.
That was a while ago, wasn't it? That was a few games ago. But
but they pretty much shit the bed ever since,
Yeah.
What's good, Sav? Frederico needs to play. Frederico. Luis, good to see you too, bro. Sharif, Sean, he's been smacking something. I appreciate that, man. Good, man. I hope you made some money this year, because these last couple of weeks I've really shit the bed, but I've had my head in different places, and that's not fair to you guys. But just know that I've lost mad loot. Trust me. So I don't just throw plays out there that lose, and you guys are the only ones losing. I'm losing too. I'm losing my shirt on them. Sucks ass. But anyway, JPZ sees 78.5. I don't know, man. We're going back. I don't even know what games you're talking about. Students are in spring break. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No, I don't know. I think you still got some students there, man. I mean, my daughter's not on spring break yet. She's at Rowan though. But I think you still have some diehards there. Plus the alums and all that. They're not as rowdy.
A lot of pretty. I'm not. This isn't a thing about just your daughter, but a lot of pretty girls at that school. A lot of.
Rowan?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm what I'm trying to say is maybe I don't know. We're kind of old farts, but I don't know. Daughter's friends, sorority friends,
All right. right, I hope my kid's not watching.
Okay, I should shut up. I'm sorry.
Say, Daddy, who's that creeper?
Oh, I don't even need to say that before people fucking say I'm a creep.
Oh man. All right, JPZ's betting Toledo first half.
Yeah, that's the bet, man.
Only taking dogs first half. That's a good play, man. Toledo first half money scores a solid 40 points per half. So DJ, you think they're going to get the 80, man? I don't know if they get the 80, man, to be honest with you. Brian Stevens, what's up, JP? Okay. My guy Otto likes Hofstra first half. See what else anybody else is on. Sab likes Rutgers full game. Didn't bet it though. Well,
Same.
we don't care if you didn't bet it. No, I'm just kidding. DJ Big Boss always likes the other side of things. Jersey Mike Center, hard place to play. Yeah, the Rack, man. Rack is a tough place to play. I just don't know if there's not going to be a crowd there, Kylie. I just don't see that, man. Not the first week of March or second week of March. I think another week will be empty there, but I think there'll be people there, man. DJ Big Boss says, which teams shot their load to get to the tourney? That's a good question.
That's a real good question. Maybe we hit that after this. That's an interesting thing to look at. So
yeah, absolutely is. Sab says UAB -9. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Washington State under 48. DJ Big Boss Kylie wants to know what your thoughts are on that. Yeah, I am a little stuffy, man. I don't know, got some allergies going on or something. But let me see here. Yeah, definitely, man. Bring that shit to San Antonio. I'm gonna bring in my lifesaver, man. You bring that Darth Vader with you. Okay, Sav, I'm gonna tell that. Lose another one, Teece, and it's back to stripping. Fuck you, man. Yeah. Well, at least I know I'll be getting some of those Cali dollars from you. Barry Creeper. Yeah, Dave, you got a name now. Sounds like he took a few down his day. Yeah, he did.
Not from there. I have stories, but I definitely not telling it here, especially so right now.
I don't know Who-Bangin, man. You do that shit on pub.
Yeah. I'll do that on my little channel, you know.
There you go. Toledo and the points, I like it. All right, so we're all caught up here. UAB guys coming to play hard. I've seen the coach interviews. I can see it, but I just don't. I think it's going to be a tougher game than people are thinking, man. I really do. Thoughts on Vanderbilt? Yeah, I've got thoughts on Vanderbilt. Let's move on down the line here because we got them coming up. But next game we're going to talk about is Villanova, and I like them full game plus the 4 for 330. I wanted to take them first half, but I think this is going to be a game where Villanova is the more superior team, and they will, they'll show up at the end there and bring this home. I think, the chemistry's there for with Justin Moore and Cam Whitmore. They're playing well together. I'm just hoping that we get another season of Cam Whitmore. He doesn't dip off, man. Hopefully, with the season that Villanova had, that he doesn't really command a high lottery pick or a high draft pick, and he'll stay another year and hopefully get that Villanova program back on its feet because they started out slow, being without Justin Moore and Cam Whitmore, and then once those two guys came into the lineup, Cam Whitmore came in first, and then Justin Moore. So you're looking at late January, you started to see this team start to put together some wins because the chemistry started building with those two. And I think that Villanova is taking this NIT seriously, and I think they make a run for it. To be honest with you.
This is my best play of the day. I put it in at 3.5. I don't even care. I probably should bet it again. So there are teams that don't care about being in the NIT, and there are teams that do, and usually the better teams don't. They think they should be somewhere else. Villanova knows, because they did have their two of their studs out early on, that they really probably didn't have a shot based on that. We're also talking about a team. We're talking about Liberty in the A-Sun. Great. They had a good year. Then we're talking about Villanova in the Big East. Talking about Villanova, who's won 2 national championships in the past 6 or 7 years. I know Jay Wright's not there, but you got to be fucking kidding me. Villanova, you're giving over a basket?
Yeah.
Already have multiple units. I only post 1 unit. Already have multiple units on it. I might put multiple. This is a smash spot for me. And it could be they could fall on their face, and Liberty, all of that can happen. But if there's ever one what the F play, and I'm usually the guy that tries to get on the
Oh shit. All right, I guess we lost Dave. I didn't throw you out, Dave. I promise you, I didn't throw you out. At least I hope I didn't. Let me see if we can get Dave back in because I'm curious to see what he's got to say here. Oh, that sucks. I didn't throw you out. What happened? All right, maybe Dave. There he is. Got him. He's back.
No, it was me. I clicked it. Anyways, if there's ever a what the F situation, that you should be taking the side that's what the F. It's this one. So I like Villanova.
No, I agree with you. You've got pieces from that national championship team. I mean, granted they were sitting on the bench for the most part, but you still have a couple pieces that were on that team with the national championship. Eric Dixon, Justin Moore. So you have that that mentality there that could make be the leadership to make a deep run. And if you haven't. Oh shit! Cam Whitmore's out, dude.
Oh no,
I didn't know that.
That's probably why. That's
out.
Well, it's still that's why the line's where it's at, and it's moving towards Liberty. But this is still also it's a Catholic. It's like it's not quite Notre Dame, but these guys are. And I don't mean this in a religious way. I mean this more in like a militant way. They're more militant than other schools. They're going to care more. There's going to be more of that effort, and we see that in Villanova too. Because by the way, a lot of times Villanova is not the best team athletically. They're good athletes, but when they've made these deep runs and made championships, I mean, they're playing top tier NBA prospects, and a Villanova guy will squeak in here or there. So. Yeah. I'm even with their 2 studs out, 4 points. I'm betting it again. Betting it again.
I agree with you. I'm definitely on it. Chris Archidiacono and Caleb Daniels in the backcourt, and Jordan Longino. I really think those 3 guys can hold it down. Eric Dixon up front, down low, with I just think that you got to remember Villanova is that team that guys don't leave early. Yeah, you had a couple that left early, and Jalen Brunson, and I think Josh Hart left a year early, but I don't know. I can't remember if he did or not. But guys don't leave early out of Villanova. They stay around. So, these guys that are on this team know each other very well, and I think that this is one of those situations where when Princeton was so good back in the late 80s, 90s, that was because they had that culture of 4-year players just being there when they would go into the tournament and upset a team here and there. So I think you got that same kind of culture in Villanova, and they've got something to play for, man. This is a team that was in the Final Four last year, and now they're playing in the NIT. So damn right they want to come out and win this shit. They want to be at the Garden come in 4 weeks. They want to be at the Garden. So I'm on Villanova. I like it.
If you look at Liberty too, even though what did they go on the year? They went 26-8. I mean, they were beating teams like Bellarmine or Bellarmine, I already say it. Eastern Kentucky, Queens, Jacksonville State, Lipscomb. They actually lost to Lipscomb. North Alabama, but they lost to the big teams. The only quality win they had, I mean, they got blown out by Alabama. Great. They lost to Southern Miss. They lost to Northwestern. The only quality win they had was Bradley. If you call that a quality win.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, yeah, Liberty. I'm not buying this Liberty team, man. You're always thinking of the football team, and I'm not down with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm off of that. I'm not. I'm on Nova. It's Nova or nothing for me, and I've already got Nova in the pocket for 330. So it is what it is. Next up, we got Vandy, and who the fuck are they playing against? I can't even remember, man. My nose is all stuffed up, and they're playing Yale. This and being in Vandy, but the only thing that I've noticed is Vandy's home court hasn't been the, I guess the what it's been in the past where when I'd see Vandy at home, I'm betting unders because that defense at home in Nashville was just always stepped up. But it hasn't been that way this year. But I really think that they step up their defense today against Yale. I think Yale has a tough time putting the ball in the bucket against Vanderbilt tonight. If they do, I think there's gonna be threes flying. And I think Vandy's got the personnel to kind of choke that out. You've got a team in Yale that's averaging 7.5 3-pointers per game, and a team in Vandy that's averaging 8.5 3-pointers per game, and both are pretty much around the mid 30% shooting percentage from beyond the arc. Both are putting up in the 70s, from 70 to 75 points a game. I just really think that, and this is where the defense that I'm talking about for Vandy has been so shitty. They're in the 300th in their defensive rating, but I just something's just telling me that defense shows up here, and I like the under, man. And I know a lot of people are in the over on this. I took the under in this game, and I took Vandy. I just think Vandy can snuff out this Yale team, and this game is going to stay under. I think 146.5 is too many points for this game. I kind of see it in the 135 to 140 range, and I think you're getting value at 146.5. I mean, if you look at these numbers, you're looking at a Yale team that's played a lot of their games against Ivy League teams. So you have to look at that and factor that in, that the competition isn't there that Vandy faced. Vandy faced a lot tougher teams in the SEC, beating Kentucky, and who else did they upset a couple people. See, they beat Mississippi State, they beat Kentucky. They ended up losing, getting knocked out by Texas A&M, but they were just outclassed there, But they beat Florida, they beat Tennessee, they beat Ole Miss. Um, this isn't a bad Vandy team, and I think we're going to get a good showing from them tonight.
Yeah, I'm completely off this game. I'm re-looking at it again. The Ivy League was confusing to me. Usually, a lot of the teams are over teams, and Yale 74 points a game. Is that what I saw? And a good defense. But you're right. I mean, they're playing teams like Brown, and excuse the freaking HOA guy. This is right up against a green belt. So I'll send it back to you while he's right here, but no play for me on this game.
I thought that was touchdown Jesus back there.
Oh, this can you hear the grass? The guy cutting the grass?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So there's a green belt right behind my window, but no, this is some Indian rain god or some shit. I don't know.
The Indian touchdown Jesus.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I mean that's where I'm at.
Touchdown Jesus.
Yeah, there you go. So I'll run down them again. I'm on Texas A&M, Corpus Christi first half -1.5 for 330. Mississippi State, just have 110 on that. Toledo, first half +3.5. It's actually 550. Should be 2 asterisks next to that. UAB first half -4.5 for 330, and Villanova +4 for 330, and Vandy first half -1.5 for 330,
and on the under as well, under 146.5 for 110. Those are my plays, and there's another game that I want to talk about that I believe somebody else was mentioning in the chat, and I want to see what your thoughts are. Colorado game.
I like Colorado. I didn't bet it though.
All right. I mean, I can see why. I can see why you'd like Colorado. Something's just telling me Seton Hall. I didn't bet the game, but if I was to bet it, I think that I would take Seton Hall in this spot. I know it's a bad travel spot, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Just maybe this is more boss's lane because of this Pac-12 bullshit. I'm not a big Pac-12 guy. Don't know much about them, but I do know about Seton Hall, and I think if I was to play this, I'd play at Seton Hall first half, which goes against everything that 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 you need to think about when you're betting college basketball. You know, you're traveling west, you're traveling high, above altitude, at high altitudes, and Yale's going to need that first half to adjust. So that's why I haven't bet it, but I really want to take Seton Hall first half. I'm trying to find out if KJ Simpson's going to play or not. Because if he doesn't play, that may be a play for me, man. That's Seton Hall, just something small, but that might be a play for me if I can get some confirmation on that.
Yeah, I'm the only other play I have that we didn't talk about was I'm on Bradley against Wisconsin. You have two defensive teams. One can actually play offense, the other can't, and Bradley can rebound way up. They're one of the better rebounding teams in the nation, and Wisconsin is stinky. And I think we're talking about Power 5 conference teams that don't care about the NIT. Wisconsin just looks like they want to get this year over with. That's what they look like to me.
They've looked that way for a while, to be honest with you. What do you think about an under on this game? I think it's at 127.5.
Lean that way, not betting it. I know it's low, but they're both defensive teams, and one of them can't. I mean, Wisconsin can't score. So, yeah, I don't know where. I didn't look at that actually. 127. Where did it start at? Let's look at that.
I couldn't even tell you.
I could tell you. I'll pull it up. 128. Yeah, so it went down a point. It's about where it should be probably. I could do a matrix and look it all up, but I really don't like betting. If I like a bet on the game on the totals, which is what I start with, I rarely like to bet a side and a total and a prop, and I like putting too many eggs in one basket. So, not a horrible bet, but I think Bradley side's a better bet.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I was looking at Wisconsin thinking, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, to be honest with you. I'm glad that's why I didn't post anything last night, because I didn't put any plays in, and I don't like to post them until I put them in. And I wanted to sit on them overnight and take a look at them today, and I'm glad I did, because I probably saved myself some money by doing it.
I think the line stayed the same. Nova got better for me, which is worse for the bet. I guess you could say it went towards. You could say Nova became more of a dog. Let's say that, because people say it went towards this person, and that could be both ways. And then SEMO, I think in some books, SEMO became less of a dog by half a point to 3. But all the lines are kind of right. There's not a ton of movement from last night.
No, I think there's there's not really many spots to pick on here, but I did see a couple. I think Villanova is that one. Jay Peasy here, he says he hates betting first half favorite that loses first half. Yeah, dude, that's burnt me so many times this year. You just got to be quick on it to bet them the second half, because I can't tell you how many times that I
was like Vermont this past game where I was on the full game. You were in the first half. What the hell, man?
Tell me about it, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, Dave.
Oh, I didn't want to rub it in. I'm just saying.
Dude, that was 2K, man. That was 2,000, bro.
I know. I knew when that happened that you were going to be depressed.
No, I should have been smart about it and taken the second half, man. UMass Lowell's been a good first half team. They started to pick, then they kind of fell off, and then they started to pick it back up in the second half of the season. late in the season, started playing better in the first half. I should have saw that coming. Vermont has just been stellar in the first half, just blowing teams out, man.
Yeah.
And I was kind of thinking that was going to be the situation, but UMass Lowell man, their defense was just incredible that first half, and I was just like, oh, the first 5 minutes, I knew I lost. So that's that. But let's see what else Tat here has to say. Dave, you better get your liver primed up. We going hard on the liquor. ND versus USC.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to one of these days. I need to have a week of. I need to dry out for a week before we get there, but there will be some drinking.
Well, that week's about to be over.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I want to do it for 2 weeks, and then what happens is I get dragged into these live shows. I'm not dragged in. I love doing them, but we're always drinking on them. You know,
not on my show.
No.
I'll drink, man. No. We're good. Yeah, everybody, please, Brian brought up a good thing here, man. Smash that like for me, man. And listen up, guys. Tomorrow night, DJ Big Boss and I are gonna go over the first round of the 64 and give you our plays. One play that if you want to get on it now, man, I took it at 5.5. I took Charleston plus 5.5. I think that's a good matchup against San Diego State. It's a 12-5 matchup. We know how those 12s like to sneak in. I think the NCAA tournament did that on purpose. But those 12-5 situation, San Diego State's been way overvalued, I think, the whole year, and I think they lose this game.
I might be on the other side, but I'll tell you the only bet I've put in. There's 2 bets I've put in. One is Grand Canyon Oral Roberts over, and the other one is VCU moneyline 5 versus 12.
Grand Canyon Oral Roberts over. What are you, sick, man? What are you, smoking crack?
Yep.
I'm kidding with you. What's the total of that?
It's like 157 or one. It's Is it high? Is it that high? The Grand Canyon was an over team, and Oral Roberts is Oral Roberts. They don't play defense, these teams.
I think that's a low total for that squad. If it's that low, man, I'm jumping in on it tonight.
Let me see where it's at. Yeah, you can get anywhere from 155 to 157.
What's the first half?
First half. Let's look it up.
Actually, I'm not fucking with the first half.
Well, I worry about first half totals because who knows if they're like not ready to go, It's
exactly. That's what I was just thinking.
Let's look at Oral.
Plus, with the tournament, you might get some D. You might get some D early.
Yeah.
The teams feel each other out.
68 and a half. See, they're already basically saying that they're second half teams.
Yeah. So this is something where I think if I take a look at Caesars, I'm going to go with the second half over in that game. I think.
Yeah, VCU is hot. I have VCU winning 2 games. I just filled out my bracket. What I'm going to do with my bracket this year, because it always affects my capping. By the way, I'm probably going to be putting more money on the NIT games than I am on the March Madness as it goes on. This is the bet. The 64 and 32 are the best rounds to bet. And then it gets kind of chalky, but I filled out my bracket, and I'm not going to look at it until the Elite Eight because it always makes me second guess my bets.
Hey, Dave, listen to this, man. Caesars second half total for Oral Roberts. Hold on, man. Hold on. What are we doing here? Oral Roberts versus Duke. What the hell was that?
Or not Oral? No, it's Grand.
Grand Canyon.
It's not Grand Canyon. It's I'm sorry. Grand Canyon Gonzaga, not Oral Roberts. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, hold on, man.
Oral Roberts Duke is another one, and that's actually maybe if Oral Roberts can shoot an over spot too. But no, sorry, Grand Canyon and Gonzaga.
Duke, Duke is that team, man. They're coming on at the.
I have in the Final Four.
Yeah, they're coming on at the right time. But this first half total for Grand Canyon and Gonzaga is 74.
Yeah.
And the second half is 81.5. Wow. Man, I might have to think about that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if I was going to play that, I think I'd play the second half over, to be honest with you.
I'm going to play the full game, but yeah, they're just two teams that don't play great defense, and they're offensive teams. VCU in the Sweet 16, I don't know, but like I said, first round, I'm good with.
But do you think Grand Canyon scores against Gonzaga, man? This could be a spot where Gonzaga wins like 90-40.
I think it's going to be like I think it's going to be like 90-70. That's kind of what I feel like.
All right. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, check us out tomorrow night, Dave. If you're more than welcome to join us. If I don't want to drag you into this, man, but if you want to join, you're more than welcome. DJ Big Boss and I are we're gonna go in and take everybody's questions and break down some games, some of our favorite games for the first round, and pick the spots where we can make some money, man. So join us tomorrow night at 7:45 Eastern. Dave, you got anything you want to plug?
No, just picks from Dave. I'm on Twitter. I do YouTube videos. I do these shows. Go if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, go subscribe, watch your video. And if we're not friends on Twitter, I answer every DM. So
picks from Dave.
Dicks from Pave.
All right. I love you, Dave. You're a great guy, dude. I appreciate you being on here. Let's give a shout out to anybody that's left in this chat. Anthony, Jimmy, Brian, Don Play. I know Don Play's long gone. Kylie, Otto, JPZ, Sab, Sharif, Sean, DJ Big Boss, DePrez. My guy, man. Look forward to hanging with him in San Antonio. And B-Dub and JPZ. Andrew Carr, my guy from Tennessee, man. What's good, bro? And if I missed you, man, I apologize. Will Iona upset UConn?
No.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I have UConn in the Elite Eight.
You're more ballsy than I am, man. I like UConn, but I just don't see that happening.
Well, think about who's in their side. So, like, okay, so Kansas is the weakest for one number one seed, them and Purdue. But if Kansas has to make it to the Sweet 16, which I think Illinois or Arkansas could beat them.
Who do you got winning?
Winning the whole thing, Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening, man.
I come. What? Here's the deal. So when you look at the tournament, I don't want to take up too much time.
Why? Because the Final Four is in Houston?
No. When you look at a Final Four, the last like 5 years, I'll tell you the seeds. It's 3 top seeds and 1 outlier, right? So it's never people you don't. And by the way, the number 8 is only won it once, and 7's only run it twice. So you really, by the time it gets to Final Four, you should have square-ish type picks. But just looking at the last few years on what the seeds were in the Final Four, 2022, 1-2-2-8, 21, 1-1-2-11, 19, 1-2-3-5, 18, 1-1-3-11, 2017, 1-1-3-7. So it's by the time you get to the Elite Eight, you can like I have Penn State in it and USC, but everyone else is like a 5 and better in the Elite Eight. And then Final Four.
Penn State, I would love to see Penn State make a run like
they're
that.
They're playing right now, boy. They're playing.
Love to see it happen, man. I was so close to taking Penn State on the money line when they were getting beat up by Purdue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got Purdue to win it all, man.
I got them plus 15.5 live in that game.
Did you?
Yeah, I forgot to bet a pre, and then I came and I'm like, holy shit. But JPZ says I looked at UCLA. I have UCLA getting beaten by Gonzaga.
Yeah, UCLA is a scary team, but
I have Gonzaga in the Final Four too.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I've got my Final Four is Houston, Arizona, Gonzaga, and then the 5th seed Duke. It's my. So
Iona doesn't make a run, huh?
I don't. What? How? Like I know Rick Pitino. I mean, like, oh great, and they're
St. John's next year, bro. I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
back to the Big East for Rick.
St. John's bothers me. I don't know why. I shouldn't.
He'll turn that program around, bro.
Who was their coach? Who was their coach? Mullins was the coach, right? Wasn't he?
Mullins was a coach there, not this past year, but he coached there the last couple of years. Yeah. Are you talking about like back in the day? It was Luke.
No, I'm talking about. I was trying to think if it was Marley or Mullins. It was one 3-shooting white boy from the NBA.
Chris Mullins. He played for Golden State.
And then UCLA coach Tom Lavin will coach there for a little bit, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he coached at St. John's too. Yeah. So anyway, all right, y'all. JP's got Final Four: Alabama, Duke, Miami, UCLA.
Miami's going down, boy.
Yeah, Miami's not going to get there. You're listening to Cab too much, man. Stop, get off that Cab.
Yeah,
Miami ain't getting there. But anyway, I appreciate you all coming out, man. Thank you very much, Dave. Hats off to you, my man. Appreciate you joining me, man. It's good to share a screen with you. I know you filled in while I was in the hospital, so I appreciate you doing that. And appreciate you. Appreciate you joining me today, JPZ, man. Big love for you, man. Appreciate you joining the chat. Kylie Reynolds, everybody out there, man. Andrew, my guy. Yeah, I'd love to have you guys. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow night at 7:45. And like I said, keep an eye out. I'll do a couple shows, and let's make some money tonight. I'm going to run down my plays one more time, and then Dave can run down his. I got Texas A&M first half -1.5. Mississippi State -2.5. Toledo first half +3.5. Toledo, no, I didn't take Toledo 6 plus the 6, but I took them 3.5, and I'm going to take them on the money line +175. UAB first half -4.5. Villanova +4, and Vandy first half -1.5. Go ahead, Dave. Tell me what you got.
SEMO full game, Villanova full game, Bradley full game.
All right, sounds good. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody joining us. I can't do this. I can't do this outro, boss. It just is not something I want to do. The music sucks. It's gay, and I don't like it. So we're doing something different, man. I can't do it, bro. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. We got to get that shit out of here because it's just terrible, man. It sounds like oh, I don't even know, man. It's bad. If y'all watch the show, you've heard it. But anyway, I am. And for picks for Dave, I'm Parlay Teece, and we are out. Please bet responsibly. Enjoy the games tonight. Let's make some money. Later. I guess we're led by